Hello, Westchester University. I'm Sierra Galfan.
And I'm Jada Terrell.
Psych, April Fools. Clearly, we're not Sierra and Jada.
I'm James.
And it's your boy, Sean Sereno. You tune into WCU Weekly, and we have a fun-filled episode, so stay tuned.
Tomorrow, April 2nd, is Autism Awareness Day. WC is getting in on the celebration by hosting the Autism Awareness Conference from 10 a.m. to 4 p.m. Stop by Sykes Ballroom A and B to learn more about autism and hear perspectives from students, teachers, clinical director for Spark, and the director of DCAP, which is the WC Autism Program.
So how many people can say that they met a famous TV producer? Well, if it's not, here's your chance. Fan of Chop, White Swap, Jersey Shore, Family Vacation, or Rachel Ray? Well, the producer, Crystal Kennedy, is coming here to WCU Wednesday, April 3rd. Join Crystal Kennedy in Sites 10B. She had over 20 years of experience producing reality TV, and she's coming to give the Rams a sneak peek of the behind-the-scenes details of production. The event will be 5:30 to 7 p.m., but if you're a film race participant, you'll be able to attend a meet and greet 4:30 to 5:30 p.m. So make sure you register using the link below.
Now let's send it over to the real Jada and Sierra for this week's sports updates.
Hey guys, it's Jada and Sierra, and we're taking over sports today.
Woohoo! We are really excited to be doing the sports segment today. It's a different change of scenery for us, a little bit of a different segment, but you know what? We're going to get right into it for you guys.
Yep. Our women's rugby team ended their Bloomsburg tournament run with a tied score of 2-2 this past Saturday. The team got off to a great start taking down Boston University and Kutztown, but will go on to lose 2 matches against the Navy in their final pool match, and then the tournament champs Princeton in the semifinals. In their showdown against the Kutztown Golden Bears, our Rammies started very slow, but eventually they got it together for the end of halftime. With a score from Autumn Zablicki, the women's rugby team was able to tie the game up with a score of 5-5. Coming down the stretch, our ladies were able to score 2 more times while holding the other team to 5 points. The final score was 17-5 to secure the victory. In a pool match against Boston University, the team's offense started fast with the help of Lauren Madeline, and her 2 tries put the team up 12-0 before the half. By the end of regulation, the score was 26-10 and a win for Westchester's Rammies.
Ooh.
They will go on to be defeated by the U.S. Naval Academy and Princeton in the tournament, but not without a fight. Good run, ladies, and keep up the hard work.
Our baseball team was looking like the Phillies this past weekend, as they conquered most of their opponents this past week. With a colossal amount of games, our baseball team was able to manage to win 7 out of 9 total sets. Would you be able to play all those games?
Heck no.
Yeah, no thanks. Our Rams continue to have a superb winning season record of 16 wins and 5 losses. Can this be another championship season run? Well, we're rooting for another repeat. Our hot hitter is our first/third baseman, Jared Malone. Jared was swinging like Bryce Harper with a total of 12 hits, 3 home runs, and 7 RBIs. Great job, Jared. Keep up the great work. This week, our baseball team will continue to be on Do Not Disturb mode with a 4-game series starting this Friday against Shippensburg University. Saturday, our Rams will host the last 2 games here at Westchester. Make sure you come out and root our team onto victory. If you want to find more sports updates and other sports schedules, please visit our school's website at WCUPA-GoldenRams.com for other Rams sports recaps. As we conclude this week's sports recap, we want to congratulate our athletes of the week, Jared Malone and Laura Medallion, for a Rams standing week. Well, it's greetings from your host, Sierra Galfan and Jada Terrell. Have a great week, Westchester, and go Rams.
Hey Rams, Ariana Murthy here with your WCU Weekly Weather Report. It's April 1st, which means it's April Fool's Day, but there's no fooling you here when I tell you that we're in for a great week. The temperatures are slowly starting to rise and warmer weather is just around the corner. Starting with tomorrow, there will be some sun and clouds with a high of 52 and a low of 36. Wednesday, we will see some sun and warmth, but it will also turn windy with a high of 61 and a low of 40. The rest of the week will progressively get cloudier, with Thursday having a high of 57 and a low of 40. On Friday, we will see some rain showers throughout the day, with a high of 54 and a low of 48. Saturday and Sunday will both be in the mid-60s with variable cloudiness. Hope you all enjoy the warmer weather that's in store for this week. We're getting down to the last months of school, Rams, so let's make it count.
There's no question that April Fool's Day is one of the most widely recognized non-religious holidays in the Western world. Children prank their parents, coworkers prank coworkers, and yes, national news outlets are still pranking their readers. But why? How did it begin, and how did it become an international phenomenon? The totally true, not trying to pull your leg answer is, no one really knows. Some historians speculate that April Fool's Day dates back to 1582 when France switched from the Julian calendar to the Gregorian calendar, as called for by the Council of Trent in 1563. People who were slow to get the news or failed to recognize that the start of the new year had moved to January 1st and continued to celebrate it during the last week of March through April 1st became the butt of jokes and hoaxes. It's hard to say whether this ancient event's similarities to modern April Fool's Day are legit or coincidence, as the first recorded mentions of the holiday didn't appear until several hundred years later. While we may not know how it started, it's clear that April Fool's Day speaks to the inner jerk in so much of humanity and therefore is here to stay.
Welcome back to another segment of Org Highlight. I'm Ariana.
And I'm Jackie, and this week we're singing the Westchester History Club.
Let's go check it out.
Hi guys, I'm here with Bill Jones, president of the History Club. And Bill, what is the History Club?
So the History Club is a beautiful, fun place to get together and share your love for history, food, and other cultures.
We're joined here with Lexi Zimmerman, and she's the event coordinator for the History Club. Lexi, can you tell us why you got involved in the History Club?
Yeah, so I am a history major, so I was looking for more ways to get involved with the department, so I thought History Club is a really great way to make some connections and do more with my major.
So you had a lot of food set out. Is that like a typical thing for the History Club? I feel like people would want to know that.
Yes, so I order a bunch of food each meeting. I make sure that all of my participants and friends and members are well fed.
Since you're event coordinator, can you tell us about the events that you coordinate for the History Club here?
Yeah, so this past fall we did a really fun event to Philadelphia. We went to the American Revolutionary War Museum and just kind of walked around. We checked out the Liberty Bell. There was a really long line, so we didn't go in, but it was a lot of fun. And we're looking at going to Valley Forge Park this spring, which should be a good time. And we're actually planning a few dine and donates to raise some money for the club.
And do you have a favorite memory since you've been involved in being president of the History Club?
So usually my favorite memories, aside from sharing time with people, are the trips that we take. We took a trip to the Museum of American Revolution last semester, and we're going to go to Valley Forge this semester. It's always a lot of fun, very eye-opening, and a great experience overall.
And what's been your best memory from the History Club?
Definitely meeting more people in my major and having some good conversations. Billy and I are pretty good friends now from the club, and also the Philly trip last fall was just a really fun time, and we got to see some really cool things. And I never went to the museum, that was the first time, and it was definitely really interesting. There's a ton of cool stuff, so definitely check it out if you haven't.
And how can others get involved in the History Club?
So aside from contacting me directly, we have an Instagram account, which is at WCU History Club. We're consistently posting updates on that. Our Twitter account, which is also not hard to follow, Facebook, Ram Connect, and other such sites. So we're always welcoming of everybody.
That's great. Thank you so much for joining us today.
Having me.
Thank you, History Club, for letting us feature you on our segment.
If you would like your organization featured in our segment, email us at wcuweekly@wcupa.edu.
Before we go, we do have one more announcement.
Yep, this Sunday, April 7th, is the 14th Annual Aid to South Africa Carnival, presented by the Honors College at Hollinger Field House. Join WCU for games, raffles, crafts, food, prizes, and more.
No doubt, all proceeds from the event goes directly to the beneficiaries in South Africa to help fight childhood hunger and HIV/AIDS. It will be from 12 p.m. to 4 p.m. Make sure you bring your family and friends.
That concludes this episode of WCU Weekly. If you have anything you'd like to share on the show, or if you would like to get involved with WCU Weekly, be sure to email us at wcuweekly@wcupa.edu.
Also, follow us on Facebook for segment, events, and much more.
Until next week, I'm James Johnson.
And I'm Sean Sereno.
Have a great week, Westchester University.
And even a better weekend.
Wait, that's the wrong way. With a score from Autumn Zap.
And make sure you bring your friends and family.